This is Book 2, Chapter 3, Part 4. Everybody got back in their cars and obeyed the traffic signals and went on their way. The people on the sidewalk went back to what they were doing. Some lit up a smoke and talked about what had happened. There was comfort in talking to someone about it, for if nobody talked about it, who's to say anything happened? There were new people coming up from down the block and out of the stores, who walked through the space unaware. For all they knew, nothing had happened. While just a few blocks up, a man was wrestling with a crazy lady for his hat, her pulling it down over her ears and eyes and face, hoping if she couldn't see him he might disappear, him wrenching her fingers off of her head and fighting her until the hat was completely misshapen. "To hell with it, you can have it, crazy lady," throwing it back at her. She caught it with a grin and put it in her mouth and shut her eyes and got quiet, sitting down in the grass as the man walked away, grazing. I felt like I ought to go talk to her or do something about her, but I didn't know what to do. This was new territory for me, and I left it alone. We already had enough drama for one day. We rolled back home to the boarding house with the breeze at our backs. Mays was banking off undulations in the asphalt on his board, pushing off with one leg as hard as he could so he could coast. Then suddenly he would catch a ramp up on a drive and work a kick flip and come back down into a nollie, which was just a switch stance ollie riding fakie, in case you wanted to know. I was on my bike and so happy to have it back. Having wheels in the city meant you could cover so much ground so much quicker, expanded the world. We could ride to Alameda if we wanted to hit the beach, if you call it a beach, on the east side of the San Francisco Bay. Wheels made life all kinds of easy. Some days found us waiting for a bus or a train with our backs against a wall, and I didn't care, 'cause I liked to be by his side, Mays, his hair untamed and black, in gray denim with an olive-green vest with silver buttons. He wasn't super muscular or anything, but he was strong. I was tone and would never feel alone. Forceful and erratic, I found his voice inside some static. His beard scraggly and close-shaven, kind of like a Cuban revolutionary. A Roman nose would meet me with a rose. He could see what I could see. He had ink and wanted more. We would even any score. Mornings fresh and thin, maybe dirty from the street. He was mine, and I was his. And when he smiled, it was sweet.